What truly happens to us when we die? Is it the end of our existence? Or is there an invisible part of us that departs from our bodies at the moment it expires and begins a new existence in a separate world? My name is Larry Tudor, and this is Spiritual Encounters. Throughout man's long history, there have been many speculations on this subject. The ancient Egyptians and many other cultures would bury their departed with various valuables, tools, and other physical objects, suggesting the belief in some kind of an afterlife. I have devoted a great deal of my adult life into this fascinating, mysterious world that most people know very little about. In this series of videos, we will bring forth what we believe to be exclusive knowledge from the spirit world that is both positive and loving. Now, we know that not everyone is going to be ready to embrace the content that we discuss on our series. We ask that you use your own discernment, and anything that does not resonate with you can be left right here. Our world is changing. We're in the beginning of what's been called a paradigm shift that is going to affect us in a very big way. Things that used to be looked at as being preposterous and lacking any merit for discussion by our scientists and other professionals are now beginning to be looked at in a whole new light. Professionals in the medical field, such as cardiologists and other trauma care physicians, are now becoming near-death experience researchers as well. This is due to the large number of reports from resuscitated patients of what they experienced when their heart stopped beating. Those who have been brought back from being declared deceased may talk about witnessing their own frantic resuscitation attempts and say that they've seen this from outside and above their bodies. Others talk about experiencing a beautiful, vivid light and an unconditional feeling of love like they've never felt before. Then there is a reuniting of friends and loved ones, some who have passed many years ago and were forgotten completely about. During the course of my research, I have discovered that there are certain select individuals among us who actually have the unexplainable ability to communicate with those who have departed. They are, of course, known as mediums. During the course of my journey, I have had the good fortune of actually meeting and becoming good friends with one such person. Her name is Eva, and she will be the heart and soul of our show. Eva has brought forth hundreds of beautiful messages from the hereafter and has brought great healing to those in despair over the loss of a loved one. She is extremely gifted and knowledgeable, as you will see. The awareness of this communication ability is a huge advancement in our human consciousness. In our world, there is much grief, illness, suffering, and frustration. We sincerely hope that all who have been led to view this channel will see it as a breath of fresh air and will be enlightened by the idea that our present existence here on earth is a temporary existence along a path to a much greater and higher reality.